Well, NASA has recently made an announcement that, in my opinion, is huge. They're saying now that Gale Crater was once a giant lake, and the proof lies in the sedimentary history. In other words, what they're saying is that Mount Sharp, which is 3 miles high, was created due to that sedimentary history. They're saying that over how much time, millions of years or billions of years or whatever, that the lake going up and down, receding and then getting full again, is what actually formed Mount Sharp. Actually, the pictures that you're looking at here is what NASA put on their website to illustrate the fact that silt is what created Mount Sharp. This picture here, showing 3 different pictures, illustrates, as far as NASA is concerned, how Mount Sharp was formed. So if this is the way it was, then one thing jumps out at you immediately is that there must have been one heck of a lot of water on Mars. Mount Sharp is 3 miles high, and if water is what's caused Mount Sharp's existence, then the lake must have been 3 miles deep. So it kind of makes you wonder what happened to all that water, or it makes you kind of wonder if that's how Mount Sharp was formed at all. At least it does me. But let's imagine that their hypothesis is right and that the water did level up and level down and over millions and billions of years and did create Mount Sharp. For the water to do that, that means there must have been seasons, there must have been rain or snow or something to fill that lake up. Wouldn't it be feasible to think that somewhere along the line there would be plants and trees or some type of growth going on over all these years? If not human life, at least animal life or plant life? Could the crater itself have maybe one time looked something like this? Or perhaps, if it didn't get that abundant, maybe something like this picture here taken in Nambia, Africa? So, I thought I'd look around on Earth and see if there's any other craters on Earth that have mountains in them that are kind of similar to what's going on up there on Mars. So, actually, all I could find was one fairly similar crater, and that's Crater Lake in Oregon. And you can see it here. It's kind of like that. It has, water in it and peak in it. The only difference is the peak that's sticking out of Crater Lake is a volcano. As a matter of fact, Crater Lake itself was formed by being a caldera. In other words, it was blown out of the ground. It wasn't an impact crater. It was actually blown right out of the ground. That's what makes the crater. Now, outside of that one, the only other thing I could find, I had to go to the moon or other places on Mars. It seems like them kind of craters with mountains inside them are all over the moon. If you look at the topographic view of Crater Lake and the volcano that's sitting there, it's awful reminiscent of the peak on Mount Sharp. So, are the experts at NASA correct in the silt theory, or does another expert have a different idea? Who knows? Some people are just sit back and let the experts figure everything all out, and when they're done telling you what's going on, you just take that for granted. It's the experts that cause half of the conspiracy theories that run around. One expert will tell you one thing, and then you hear another expert that's got a completely different point of view on it. Expert opinions are kind of like butt cheeks. There's 2 sides to every opinion, leaving the rest of us wondering what the heck's in between. sometimes you just don't want to go there. Anyway, it seems that NASA can finally put to rest any questions about whether there was water on Mars or if there's water underground. I think what they should probably start working on now is what kind of life was on Mars and what happened to it.